The Paris Olympics are billed as the greenest games yet. It's a big claim from the organisers. But alongside an event-wide ban on single-use plastic, what are the other green promises? And is the French capital really going to be able to deliver on them all?
Is it even possible to have sustainable Olympics?
So far, we've seen a host of green initiatives, including 11,000 stadium seats made from recycled plastic, a promise that a quarter of the athletes' food will be produced less than 155 miles from the place of competition, a pledge to double the amount of plant-based food on offer, and an additional 3,000 pay-as-you-go bikes for spectators to get around. Paris organisers aim to halve the carbon footprint of the Games compared with the Rio 2016 and the London 2012 Summer Games. That 1.6 million metric tonnes of carbon dioxide produced over the course of only a few weeks is a significant amount, say experts like Martin Müller from the University of Lausanne.
And that's roughly the annual carbon budget of a city of 1 million people for 2050. You can see this as an equivalent. You could run a city for a year, or you could host the Olympic Games. And so the 1.6 million, on the one hand, it's a significant improvement from previous Olympic Games. On the other hand, it's still a long way to go to actually get to where we need to get by 2050, because we need to reduce carbon emissions by 90%.
Müller and his team analysed the environmental impact of previous Olympic Games, systematically evaluating their sustainability credentials.
We first of all actually had to define what sustainability means, because it's quite a fuzzy term. So the first step was to develop a model of sustainability, where we measured really indicators in three areas. One area is ecological, environmental sustainability. The second one is social sustainability. And the third one is economic sustainability.
His research cites experts who say mega events like the Olympics pay mere lip service to sustainability.
Sometimes foreground actions that look very spectacular and very cool, but that actually don't make a big difference in the larger picture. And I think this simply shows also that the Olympic Games have this strong visibility where you need to look good. But sometimes if you start scratching at the surface, you find that actually, well, there's not much behind, or there's little structural change. And this is what we need, actually, long-term structural change.
Construction is one of the major ways in which the Olympics produces emissions. 95% of Paris 2024 is being hosted in existing buildings or temporary infrastructure. Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo built the athletes' village with a cooling system, drawing water from underground, and no aircon.
Ce qui m'importe, au-delà des Jeux et de la période des Jeux, c'est que ces bâtiments, ces appartements vont devenir un quartier où vivra une population d'habitants de l'île Saint-Denis, de Saint-Ouen, de Saint-Denis, dans ces nouveaux bâtiments, et qu'ils n'auront pas besoin de climatisation.
It wasn't a universally popular decision.
Yes, we're looking at portable air conditioners to offer the athletes.
Hidalgo also says that hosting the Games has enabled the city to make faster strides towards its longer-term green goals.
Nous ont permis à nous, les Parisiens, d'accélérer ces transformations absolument indispensables compte tenu des changements climatiques auxquels nous sommes confrontés. Et sans les Jeux, j'aurais peut-être mis 10 ans de plus, c'est-à-dire 20 ans au lieu de 10.
Part of that is an environmental clean-up of the River Seine, so that athletes can safely swim in it again, as was the case during the 1900 Paris Olympics. However, to make really significant progress towards a gold medal for sustainability, Müller suggests more radical thinking is required, starting with ditching the spectators.
And in principle, you could have sustainable Olympics very easily, and they wouldn't look so different from what they look like today. Because anyway, today, 99% of people watch the Olympics on the screen. And they're not those that cause the carbon emissions. There are about 11,000 athletes for a Summer Olympics, who are the people you need for holding the event, right? Then you need some officials, some coaches, and so on. But there are about 400,000 official accredited people, so about 40 people per athlete in whatever function. And then there are 10, 12, 13 million spectators. And so it's the spectator function that really makes the major difference in terms of the carbon emission.